We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Washington football team. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Johnson on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On the game's first play, 2nd down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease, they burst through it for a solid game.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. McDonald. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Harrison Butker on for the point after.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Washington.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. first down. McDonald flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. A handoff as they run the counter play. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Anthony Harris.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. McDonald sets to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 30, past the 20. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Good. Makes the score Chiefs 14, Washington nothing. Harrison.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards. It's here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
Exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
1-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play. First down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
Again, the ball carrier.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
9-yard line.
So you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's McDonald to throw. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 28. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
And again this time to the tailback. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They go play action with McDonald. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 10-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Cole McDonald hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And Washington has made this a one-score game. And that one makes it 14-7.
Good. Makes the score. Chiefs 14. Washington 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded in the end zone. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here. 2nd and 3. And going deep for Hill. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
On 1st and 10, McDonald escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. McDonald. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
He steps out of bounds.
He caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Let's get off the field.
Out of the gun, McDonald. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
They'll take over.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down right about the 20.
Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes gets this one to Hill. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Carl Nassib, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's McDonald off of the play fake. slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here in this first half. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This will be fielded at the 17. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Throwing on 1st down. McDonald, he'll air this one out deep for Sims. Touchdown, Washington! Steven Sims Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington able to make this a close game again.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chase Young, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often, 2nd and 24. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. For the start of the 3rd quarter, the Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Taken about 7 yards deep, and Hill will opt for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
He was brought down by Kendall Fuller. It's a gain of 10. And the first down.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
The tackle made.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. Campbell making the catch. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Paris Campbell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Play action. It's McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
3rd and 3.
And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. The 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. That is a dangerous combination right there as we are learning quickly. Mahomes to Hill.
And think about the number of ways that they are dangerous, because Hill can run past anyone, so he can throw it all the way downfield to him. But also on the shorter catches, as we saw here, catch it underneath, catch it in front of someone, he makes a move or uses his speed, and he's still gone. Either way, he can go the distance.
And either way, good luck. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Johnson on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Off play action. McDonald. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. To throw again. McDonald. Flush to his right. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds.
That's good.
Big yardage that time for Washington. 56 yards.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, McDonald buying time to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. On his Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Chiefs 35, Washington 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
First down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
42-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator. They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. That one complete to Hill. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up second down.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Today's
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1 yard pickup there on second.
21.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Washington, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.
you.